Hello, I'm here with Bearing, who is a YouTuber who does something quite similar to me. He finds feminists on the internet and mocks them mercilessly because it needs to be done. How's
I
it going,
do, I
man?
do. Good stuff.
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Start arguing with
Cool.
people on the internet.
Fucking oath, man. That's what it's about. Arguing with people on the internet.
Yeah,
And
well,
you're the
I
king
wouldn't
of it,
have the
man. You're the
internet
king
if I
of it.
wasn't going to use it to argue with
Good
people.
stuff.
So, okay, yeah. So tell people about your channel and what you do.
I just copy you, Sargon.
I knew you were going to say that.
I just copy you, man, but probably do it in a simpler way and a bit more Australian. Probably say cunt a bit more. Yeah, but yeah, similar to you.
So basically, that means his channel's well worth watching.
Fucking oath. Fucking oath. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm talking to Sargon of a CAD. This is massive.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Honestly. Yeah. Okay. So, well, what's your favorite feminist?
My favourite feminist.
Oh,
My most despised feminist or my most laughed at feminist?
Whichever, the one that occupies the most of your thought time.
Clementine?
Clementine. Oh, was she
Clementine Ford.
was she the Aussie one who got people fired?
Yeah, she's a kind of a thing.
Have you got a link or something I can screen share so we can show people who this person is? Because I need a good write up on her. Because thing is, I didn't really pay too much attention to her because, don't get me wrong, she is awful, but
you've covered Clementine before, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I've heard of her and I've probably talked about her briefly, but she's not someone I have a great deal of sort of knowledge on.
Who's your favourite feminist?
I think probably Laurie Penny. I love Laurie Penny. I love how fucking unhinged she is. But everything about Laurie Penny is just the perfect antithesis to the feminist narrative. She's a really rich girl. She went to a really posh school, and now what she does is write about her personal annoyances on the internet for the New Statesman. And she's like
a little possessed monkey. She's fucked.
Sorry?
She's a little possessed fucking orangutan or something. She's fucked.
Oh god, yeah. But I just love the claims to being oppressed. It's like, no, there is nothing about your life. You don't know about oppression. You don't know anything about oppression. Shut up, Laurie.
The whole oppression thing boggles me to fucking tears. I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's brilliant. It's amazing. It's turning women's everyday grievances and annoyances into systemic oppression. I mean,
did you talk about that app this morning or yesterday, I suppose, for you in this week?
The Privilege app.
Yeah, it was you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's
Privilege app is amazing.
Have you seen what about the support me for getting online bullied app where you log your case? It's like nature of case, fucking misogyny, racism.
Yeah.
Oh.
A
heap of my subscribers said we tried to join that, but they wouldn't let us. They blocked us, found out about us somehow.
I love it. What I love about the app as well is it was designed as a joke. It was just made as a joke, and it's just like, what are you actually? Oh, this joke. That's actually a really great idea. That's actually what we need.
But feminism is a joke, isn't it? If they didn't believe in jokes, they wouldn't be where they are now, would they?
Well, that's true. That's true. Humor certainly is not for these people. But yeah, so okay, what other social justice warriors and feminists hold a particular spot in your heart?
Let's see. That Canadian one's good fun. The other one, did you see the video I just did about the fart Satan?
I haven't actually, no.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Sargon, get with it.
Yes, no. Dr. Random Cam did a video on her as well, didn't he?
And Bearing.
Yeah, Andy. But that's how. Yeah,
she's good fun. You've never poked fun at her?
No, I never have. I've seen other people do it. I think she seems a bit more concerned about MRAs, and I'm not like, I'm not that. They can defend themselves. So it's. I'm more interested in talking about principles and ideas. But I mean, I tell you what, Marina Shut Up really annoys me. I really don't like Marina Shut Up. It's a face. It's the attitude and delivery. It's the The idea that she's just right and you're just wrong. And it's just like
the way she talks in her nose with that smarmy fucking
yeah, exactly. Saying the dumbest shit I've ever heard. You know, you. Oh no, you've got a video of Angry Aussie.
Yeah. I was going to do.
That's not a very nice thing to say about your countryman.
He called you suckhole of ass hat. Suckhole of ass hat. Did that feel good? Did that feel good, Sargon? Suckhole of ass hat.
Angry Aussie.
He's just a fuckstick. He's a fuckstick, clearly.
I watch. You know, I actually watch more of his videos now because I find him really amusing when he's like he did a video about how was it Roosh and what was the other thing? I'm just gonna get up.
I don't watch all of his videos.
I don't either, but it was amazing. It was just like
sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, you go ahead, man.
Oh, fine, I'll take over. I just found a video tonight by Hagbard Celine.
Oh yeah,
mate, he fucking did the best response video to Angry Aussie. I think it was in late December. I did a video. Me and Tits did a video about him just taking the piss out of him. And a few days later, he's made a response video basically screaming down the camera lens, red in the face, going, I don't give a fuck about you anti-feminist cunts. It was roasted. But you know what I was doing? It was quite interesting, right? Quite revolutionary.
Is he threatened to come to your house yet or something?
No. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? He got a response from Hagbard Celine. I'll give it away. I was going to plagiarize Hagbard Celine's video and do like an after the fact, what do you call them? Collaborations without him knowing. I'm still going to do it. You'll probably hear this. Fuck you, Hagbard. I'm stealing your shit.
I love Hagbard Celine. I think he's really good.
Yeah. Fucking oath he is. He did a insult video to me. He told me to get fucked with his actual face.
Did he? Brave man. I didn't realize.
Nowhere near as good looking as I thought he'd be. Nah, he was alright. I'd fuck him. So, are you going to do an insult video for me, Sargon? That'd be epic.
An insult video? What? I don't know what this is about. What's this?
Well, I thought you said you watched all my videos like 3 times.
I watched some of them. They're not all my.
Well, I only watched some of yours, cunt. Huh? So, what was I talking? I've lost my place.
But why am I insulting you, by the way?
Oh, because I did a video asking for insults because I'm going to do some kind of like channel intro where I sort of get insulted.
Oh, I can do you an insult.
That'd be swell.
I'll have to think of something. I can't. I need to. No. I could give you just a generic insult, but I want something fairly creative.
Yeah, come up. Think about that shit for like 5-6 days.
Well, the thing is, it'll just come homogeneously to me during the course of the conversation. You'll say something ridiculous. I'm like, oh, you fucking knob jockey. All right.
So, Sargon, tell me about your best war stories. I want to hear
war story.
Yeah. By that I mean arguing on the internet.
Arguing on the internet. I think my favorite one was probably winning an argument against Laurie Penny on Twitter. I know that sounds sad, but it got to the point where she blocked me, and that's quite poor form for a feminist like her. You know, she thinks she has the intellectual ammunition to defend her position, and so she doesn't block, at least as far as I'm aware. Like, she's not Steve Shives, you know what I mean? And so,
Clementine blocks Steve Shive. Clementine blocks everyone.
Does she? I'm not surprised. Yeah. That's the difference. You know, Laurie Penny isn't like that. She actually carried on an argument with me for a while until I absolutely hammered her, and then she blocked.
How many tweets?
It was about 10 or 15. It was quite a few. You know, we went through a good back and forth until I had her in like a little pincer move.
Smashed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And she was like, "Educate yourself, shitlord," and blocked me. And I was like, she told me to get a book that I actually now have on my desk. It's called The Dialectic of Sex by Shulamith Firestone. And man, it's amazing. What? It's amazing.
What's the dialect of sex in 6 words?
It's kind of like a method of logic for sex, I think. And for gender, I think she's actually talking about. So calling it sex is a bit of a bizarre misnomer. But she's I haven't read it yet. I've only read like the odd bit just to have a look at it because I'm currently in the middle of reading.
Sounds like a good read.
Honestly, I'm quite looking forward to it because as soon as you open it, right, like I open it to page 95, racism, the sexism of the family of man. Oh, I mean,
did you buy this? Did you go on a website?
I spent money on this, man. Right. Listen,
fuck me, you're a pro.
Listen, right? Yeah, I know. That's why I'm actually a professional at this shit, man. Right? Listen, the first line of this chapter is a quote: "The slave may be freed and the woman be where she is, but women cannot be freed and the slave remain where he is." What the fuck are you on about?
I didn't get that. And if you read it again, I won't get it.
Seriously, these people are obsessed with bondage, basically. I think they really have a fetish for being like restrained.
What about the trannies, the transvestites? There's fucking heaps of them, isn't there?
That's not politically correct.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cool thing to be trans now, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it because it's nothing that's going to happen to me.
Well, look, I'm the same, but when they sort of force it down people's throats, like this thing in was it in Oregon where they've just passed a law where they can where a 15-year-old can get a sex change without their parents' consent. Like that's fucked.
Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, in the UK, we've got literally one where it's like 4 or 5-year-old children, where apparently they have like 80 of them a year or something who are trying to transition at that age, and it's like I don't believe them. I don't believe them. I don't.
Yeah, that's
just kids at that age really have any conception of. I mean, they don't understand gender. You know, that's the thing.
You think in cartoons when you're that old, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
It's not the sort of thing they should be worrying about. What they should be worrying about is how skinned their knees are and like whether they're going to play tag or something. You know, they shouldn't be worrying about.
Yeah. And not only that, it's something parents shouldn't be fucking entertaining. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. And the adults are encouraging it and like going along with it. It's like, look, just tell them not to worry about it until they're a bit older, until they can actually think about it.
I agree.
But yeah, I mean, just basically, if they can't give informed consent, I don't think they can give informed consent about changing their fucking gender. You know, because I'm some sort of transphobic savage, I guess. I don't know.
But think of yourself when you were 15. I bet you were a massive tool. I was a massive.
I was a total bellend.
Would you want that silly cunt making a decision as to whether you're fucking? Yeah,
I'm amazed they allow you to make career decisions at that age. You know, what career do you want to do? What do you want to do at school or university? It's like, well, I don't know. You know, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. I guess computers, because I like video games, you know. Like, it's fucking awful reasoning from kids, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It's bordering on abuse.
Sorry?
It's bordering on abuse. Sorry, I had a mouthful of water. Bordering on abuse, like neglect. It's just fucking, it's wrong. It's irresponsible.
Yeah, I really think so, man.
I better put in the disclaimer. I'm not saying it's wrong to be trans. That is perfectly fine.
No, I don't think anyone thinks that's what we're thinking. But the thing is, I've got no doubt that there are a good portion of like these trans people who, you know, they're genuinely born with a brain that's differently wired or something like that, and they genuinely want to go on and have this surgery. And there's no doubt in their mind they know it, you know. But how many of these will also have been kids who have just been sort of pushed that way or encouraged that way? And
well, like I said, it's because it's cool. It's like it's cool. A different thing to be.
Yeah, it's cool. The adults are supporting you, you know, and then maybe it was just a phase or something like that, you know. But they may have been taking hormone fucking changing drugs for like 5 years or something at this point, you know. And they're like, it might have had actual effects on the body, you know, and so it's like. I don't know. It just strikes me as being.
I got a fucking eyebrow ring when I was 15. That was my like edgelord thing. What was yours? What did you have? You had a pun.
I had an undercut, man. I had an undercut. I was so fucking edge master in the world. I swear.
Did you skate with the undercut?
Yeah, I did, man. I had rollerblades. Nice. So we
rollerblades.
No, mate. We had K2 fatties. These were fucking amazing blades, man. Honestly, they were fucking grinds on stairs. It was fucking awesome. It was as sad as it sounds. I mean, it was the 90s. It was a better time.
So how long have you been doing your channel now for? Like 3 or 4 years?
No, about 2 or 3, something like that. I think I uploaded the first proper video in like 2013. So maybe 3 years. Yeah, maybe it's coming on 3 years now.
And so, how did your like you mentioned, my channel had grown quick. How did yours grow? Give us a
I don't know. It was growing pretty well before Gamergate, and then when Gamergate started out, about, I don't know, somewhere 15 to 20,000 subscribers, and then Gamergate happened. I put a lot of work into videos on Gamergate, and I had about 50,000 by the end of the year.
What sort of work? What sort of videos were you doing? Because I haven't watched right back to Gamergate ones, isn't it?
Oh, mostly research, man. Mostly, I spent a lot of time doing a lot of research on.
You do, don't you?
On stuff. And yeah,
is This Week in Stupid, like, does that fucking stump you sometimes? You go, oh fuck, got to do this fucking Week in Stupid.
No, man. And there's always too much to talk about. It's the opposite. A lot of the time it's about trying to cut things out. I always have shit that cuts out, man, that I can't put in because there's not enough time.
So you just like wherever you go, whatever you're doing, you just always look out for stuff for This Week in Stupid.
Yeah, basically, whenever I'm like, Google have like documents, Google Docs or whatever. So wherever you are, you can just log in and fucking save a link or something.
Yeah, nice.
So you've got to be proactive, man. You've got to be on the ball.
Or just copy you.
Or just copy me. It's fine. I'm gonna go through like the videos of like you and Undoomed and all these sort of guys, and just find like other SJW videos. Because I tell you, one of the things nobody fucking sends me SJW videos to mock anymore.
Why would they? Bullshit. They do so.
They don't.
I see heaps of people send them to like me and you on Twitter. I see them all the time.
Well, maybe I just miss them then or something, because I don't ever see them, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake, I want SJWs to mock. I want some low-hanging fruit, for Christ's sake.
Yeah. People say that, don't they? Low-hanging fruit. Yeah, no shit. They're the funniest.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to mock them. I'm not fucking writing a thesis. But yeah, no. I like doing the ones that require like the proper work, like the clone stuff and all this sort of stuff. I like doing that stuff because I feel like I'm doing something really productive,
Yeah.
But it's always
a bit of like the activism factor, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's I feel like I'm doing something good for the world, providing some fucking honesty and transparency and whatnot. But it's much more fun to just mock the shit out of people. It's so much more fun, and so I try to get one or two at least in a month, I guess, and then.
Hey, I've started watching a couple of ancient recitations. Is that how you say recitations?
Yeah, that's it.
They're pretty good too. Except because I've been watching Sargon for so long, I just always expect you to like just slam out an insult. It always feels like a build up to something like where you're gonna like just absolutely ass fuck them, and then it doesn't come. It's like, it's ancient recitations.
Sorry, I didn't mean for it to be a tease.
We've just got such a good mocking voice, Sargon. It's fucking.
Honestly, it's nice. This is because I was a complete twat when I was a teenager.
Still that teenage cynicalness.
Oh man, I really was such a wanker when I was a teenager.
No, I can't believe you bladed.
I wasn't bad actually.
Did you and your mates
I used to live out in Germany, and
did you?
Oh yeah, on the RAF bases over there.
Is your dad like in the army or something?
Yeah, he was in the RAF.
Cool.
Yeah, they had some great skate parks out there. Really great ones. Yeah.
Can you speak German?
9. That's the extent of my German. No, I can't speak German.
So how long did you live in Germany for?
About 5 years when I was between 13 and 18 or so.
And you can't say a word in German.
Yeah, no, and about 3 years when I was about 3 to 6. But no, I know that Zug means train.
How did you like buy milk? Oh, I suppose you take it to the counter, don't you? But how did you like talk to people to do stuff?
Well, they all spoke English.
In Germany?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you were on the base, weren't you?
Yes. But even then, a lot of the Germans in the surrounding community would speak English as well, because English, especially the younger ones. The older ones wouldn't, but the younger ones certainly would.
Fair enough. Interesting. So did you get into like German deathcore fucking headbanger metal?
Did I get into what?
Like deathcore, you know, like black metal and shit. And
go to clubs and I was
fuck someone.
No, I was more into like American punk rock, so the 90s, or Green Day.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so was I.
It's nice and middle class and safe, you see.
Kind of just badass enough to be badass, but
yeah, exactly. Just loud enough. Actually, no, that's not even true. My mum loves my music. My mum absolutely loves like Offspring and Green Day. She's a huge fan. She owns all their albums, so I don't even have anything to rebel against, really.
I listened to a Green Day song I hadn't heard in ages the other day. It was fucking rad. It was off Dookie, Basket Case.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a rad song.
Yeah, it's an excellent song. It's been years since I've heard it as well.
Yeah, listen to it. It had been like 4 years since I'd listened to it. Takes you back to your blading days.
I like to listen to music in the shower, and I actually I got what was it, 16 Stone by Bush, and listened to that.
Oh, yeah.
That was just one of the most classic albums of the 90s. I swear to God. Well, welcome to the nostalgia hour.
Did you listen much Pearl Jam?
Yeah, I listened to some. I wasn't a massive fan of Pearl Jam. I found myself liking Pearl Jam more as I've got older.
I was a massive Nirvana fan.
I liked all Nirvana's music, but I fucking hated Nirvana.
Did you?
Yeah, I just Kurt Cobain pisses me off like some sort of fucking melodramatic drama queen. Yeah, he absolutely was, and it's like I just didn't care. I was like, I don't care about any of your personal issues. Shut up. I'm here for the music.
I bet if Kurt Cobain was alive, he'd probably be trans.
He'd be fat as fuck.
And trans.
Fat and trans with dyed hair. Yeah. I think he died.
But he'd still rock though.
Probably.
Z would totally rock.
Yeah, he would definitely be picking up a few different pronouns.
So what are you working on today, Sargon? No, it's your day off, isn't it? It's your day off today.
Yeah, it's my day off. Oh, well, when I say day off, I mean I'm working on Necromancer, but yeah.
Working on what?
The video game I'm making.
You're making a video game?
Yeah.
Shit. Is it like
a shooter? I should have had it done by now. But yeah, I'm working on characters like unit stats at the moment, actually.
Shit. That's hardcore.
Yeah, it's not as difficult as you think.
So have you done it before? Is that what you did before?
This is like the first like proper game we're making. I've made like playable demos of other games, but nothing that I've ever wanted to bring through to completion until this one.
So you are a hardcore gamer.
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah.
Well, tell me what Gamergate is. I kind of know, but I don't really know. Just give me the Gamergate summary.
Basically, the fucking press is wildly corrupt, and then they come along being like, feminism this, SJW's that, and that wouldn't even have been so bad if they weren't so vicious and aggressive to everyone. They'd go out of the way
the media.
The media, yeah, this is all the media. They're all basically in cahoots. They formed very much a clique in the gaming industry, and because they control the media, they give them a lot of power. And like you'd get people like Alistair Pinsoff, who reported that a woman didn't actually use the Kickstarter funds for her game or whatever it was for the thing it was promised for. She actually used it on an operation to go from male to female, I think it was. And I think her name was Chloe Segal. And Pinsoff reported this honestly. He was just like, well, I mean, he didn't see why he wouldn't report that it's a matter of public interest, and they blackballed him. He got basically ostracized by this community, and it's just like, it was like, okay, fucking hell,
So how can they say that? Like, because they talk about Gamergate as if it's fucking evil.
Oh, of course they do. They talk about Gamergate like they're MRAs, or like they're choose whatever the fucking wherever SJWs go, they end up creating a group of people who are more sort of like liberal-minded and don't want to be told what to do. You know, they don't think that they have any reason to be able to tell them what to do. And so wherever you go, you get like this group of people forced into arms against the SJWs, because the SJWs act as a faction. You know, they all work together, and so you find yourself having to work together with other people, just because that's, you know, you need to push back in the same way. I mean, Atheism Plus has their own thing. It's called the Slime Pit, which is basically the Gamergate of the atheism community. And Gamergate's the same as gaming, and you'll have them in like all sorts of communities. It's really bizarre.
What the fuck is Atheism Plus? Is that Steve Shives, basically?
Yep, that's Steve Shives. Atheism plus feminism plus social justice plus cutting your nuts off plus...
Hey, did he get back to you? Remember you made him that offer?
Of course he didn't get back to me. Jesus Christ.
There was Steve Shives. Come on, mate.
There was a trail of piss, but there was definitely no response.
That is so fucking stupid. You offered him $1,000 for fuck's sake.
And not even for him, for a charity, man. You know?
If I was him, I'd go, no, I'll do it if you give it to me. Fuck them. And then when I came on, I just go, fuck you, Sargon. Fuck you, Sargon. Fuck you, Sargon. I go, now send me my grand cunt or I'll fucking come and get you.
Mate, you can shut up. I'm going to send Angry Aussie round. Fucking.
Angry Aussie.
I'll dox you to Angry Aussie.
Oh, fucking hell.
Guy is the least intimidating person in the world, isn't he?
Do you remember his mate Aidsy?
Oh yeah, the skaghead. What the fuck?
Oh, he's good value, isn't he? Aidsy, old Aidsy.
I just can't believe that's his friend. You know, that's, you know, if you're gonna get someone on your fucking show or whatever, I mean,
he's not his equal. You can tell he's not his equal, though. He's some kind who comes around who he can dominate, and he says,
"Yeah,
this is what we believe today. This is what we're going to fucking complain about. This is what you're going to fucking say." And he says it, and he just goes along with it.
I think, doesn't the guy actually have some sort of brain damage, though? I'm sure I watched one of the videos.
Does he?
I think he might.
Does he really?
Well, not because, you know, not genetic. Something, you know, I think it's some sort of brain damage.
Oh, from drugs and shit.
Yeah, from taking too many drugs.
Oh,
yeah.
fucking who gives a fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel bad for him or anything.
I'm starting to feel bad.
No. You know, this idiot brought this on himself, but like, I think he might actually be slightly damaged.
I'll see that.
So, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right that Ozzy can be like, yeah, intellectually boss him around or whatever, because the guy's literally incapable of figuring anything out for himself.
I love how Angry just yells at people for response videos. He doesn't address one point. He doesn't address one thing he said. He just goes, "You are fucking dumb. You are fucking scum. Suck hole of arse hat." Remember when he said that? Suck hole of arse hat.
My favourite bit is when he interrupts himself because he's got himself so worked up. Videos where he gets so angry.
You've got to watch this last one. He's going red in the face, going, "I don't give a fuck." It's fucking hilarious.
And then he just starts stumbling over, and then it's like, calm down. Get a script, man. For fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ.
That
one you did back to him was fucking hilarious. Where you talk about the is there rape zones in Australia?
I love the guy. I really. There are some like male feminists and feminists I absolutely adore just because they're just so entertaining. And Angry Aussie is definitely one of them. That's why I watch so many of his videos. I love him just fucking chimping out. What are you doing?
He must get so worked up. Like imagine if surely he wouldn't have a missus, but imagine if he did and she was like just outside trying to fucking make dinner or something. Like, who the fuck would that be? You've got to have some respect. Fuck.
Oh, Ozzy, what are you doing? It's I hope he carries on because I do enjoy.
He does 18 fucking takes because he didn't quite get the pissed off right. Fucking imagine his neighbours.
So tell me some more about yourself then. Like, you know, tell me whatever you feel that you can tell me about real life, because I don't know, some people are really, really funny about like giving any personal details out. So.
Oh look, I don't get specific. I've got a little.
You're afraid of being beaten up by Angry Aussie. I know.
Yeah. I don't want to get doxed like you dumb bastard. Hey, before I do that, I will do that. We'll come back to that. When did you first get doxxed? And tell me about the experience.
Oh, really early into Gamergate. It wasn't. They weren't feminists who doxed me. They were just some sort of trolling like group who were just like, oh, we're going to troll people. You know, this is something hilarious to do, or whatever. And they managed to find someone with my name who lived in London, and I've never lived in London.
What, Sargon of Akkad?
Well, no, my real name, obviously.
How did they know your real name?
But the thing is, this guy lives with his mum, and so they were freaking out. They're like, "Oh my god, this guy who hates feminism lives with his mum," and I'm just like, "I don't. I don't live in London. I've never lived in London." And I actually had to send them my address for them to correct their docs. Because
they were a heart of gold. That's fucking stupid.
they were sending stuff to this guy's house, and it's just like, this poor guy must have just been getting loads of fucking shit, you know, through the mail, and all. It's just like, I don't know what's going on. Why would random people on the internet do this to me, you know?
But how did you know what your name was to look for it in London?
Sorry, say again.
How did they know what your name was to look for it in London?
Well, my name is attached to my video game company.
Oh, is it? Well, and you
did
a video about it saying this is my video game. And
well, I've done a Kickstarter in the past, so they can just go to the Kickstarter and find my name and then Google that. And they Googled it and obviously found some guy in London instead of where I actually live. And so I had to tell them where I actually live so they'd figure it the fuck out. And it's just like, you fucking, just like incompetent doxers. But everyone was really nice about it. People started just sending me like teapots and stuff. Thanks very much.
I'm afraid everyone sends me insult videos on cassette. So and has it happened again since then?
Well, it doesn't need to now. My docs is out there. I mean,
yeah. Oh, yes. But have you ever had anyone like turn up?
No.
Interesting.
So yeah, what can you tell me about yourself? Come on.
All right. I like.
We're meant to be selling you here. You're not meant to be interviewing me.
I like long walks on the beach. Hot cups of cocoa. Bearded English men. No. Look, I take the piss. I've been watching you, Sargon, for fucking ages and ages. And it was actually one of your videos that made me go, fuck, this looks fun. I'm going to see if there's any of these types of dicks down here in Australia. And there was. So I found one bird and started like a 5-part argument with her. Like the first chick, the first feminist I did a video on, like responded. It was fucking priceless.
Really, who was it?
Girl named Talisha who lives here in Melbourne actually. So that was yeah.
Oh,
yeah. But she kept doing these stupid response videos, just putting forward the worst arguments to what I'd said. So yeah, you haven't watched them 50 times each, Sargon? Fuck.
I haven't. I don't mean to offend you or anything.
So that's what got me into it, man. But yeah, look, I keep saying you're an inspiration. You actually make me nervous.
That's a nice little circle joke we're having here.
I would say it's more of a semicircle because we've got the laptop with porn on it that we're both facing. So, speaking of circle jokes, was Milo on top or were you on top?
Well, do you think I don't get this? Do people actually think Milo would be a top? Have they not seen Milo?
That's
for fuck's sake!
Oh, and he goes out with black guys, doesn't he? As if he's fucking top.
Yeah, and I'm not black enough for him, but B, he's definitely a power bottom. I love.
I just got a new puppy and called it Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh, that's nice. What kind of puppy is it?
Yellow. It's a golden Labrador.
Golden Retriever or something.
No, golden Labrador.
Okay, cool.
Like a guide dog.
Have you house trained it yet?
No, it's still shitting everywhere. It's fun.
Yeah,
and it's found a spot like just near where I sit to do my videos. To like, he likes to shit there. That's his place if he shits inside.
Oh, fucking thanks, dog. Jesus Christ. My missus wants to get a dog, and I've just been like, no, just no.
What sort of dog does she want to get?
I don't even care. One that would inevitably shit on the fucking floor before it was.
Don't you like dogs?
I do like dogs. I just don't want them shitting on my floor.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
There's something about cats that they already know that, you know, I could go in the litter tray. They just know. Dogs.
You know what you got to do. Like, if she's asking for one, go, oh, fine, all right, but I'm not cleaning any piss or shit up. That's what I did with Sugar Tits, and now she has to clean it all up. It's awesome.
That is a really good idea, actually.
Yeah, you go, all right, you can get a dog, but just letting you know, I don't want to get a dog because I don't want to clean up shit. So if you want to clean up
it's not a bad idea, but the thing is, how long is that going to last for?
Oh, look, you clean up the odd one when you want to fuck them. But
you've already compromised. You know, you've already shit for a dog you don't want now.
But you know, you know what shit's like before a blowjob. It's fucking. Can I have $6,000 for some shit that I'm not going to tell you? Sure, you can, honey. Sure, just fucking suck my dick. Suck my dick.
Yeah, but man, I'm going to be a hardliner about it. I'm like, no, if. You know,
I can imagine you doing that. You're Sargon of a cat. I can imagine you doing that. Fucking earth. I can see you doing that.
Yeah, no, I try not to be. I try to be more reasonable, actually. I'm not too, like, you know, belligerent with that sort of stuff. But I still, no, it'd just be a lot of fucking work. And then there'd be stuff that comes up, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, no dog.
But they're cute.
They are cute. I like dogs. You know, they're cute. They're fun to play with. You know, that you can train to do tricks. There are a lot of good points to dogs. It's just they're also work. You can't just let them out of the house, you know, like with cats. So, and I've got too much to do as it is, so no.
Dr. Random McCam doesn't like dogs. I found that off-putting.
Really? No. Yeah, I can believe that, actually.
He's a mailman.
Sorry?
He's a mailman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. Of course he doesn't like dogs. Jesus. That joke went completely over my head.
Have you still got your bow and arrow?
Yeah. Well, I've got like 10 arrows or something because I broke a few, but yeah.
Nice. That looked like a pretty serious bow and arrow.
I use it fairly regularly.
And your sword? Fucking, do you go... No. Do you go LARPing? Are you a LARPer?
No, God no. That sword's sharp.
Yeah, no. I thought of that just as I was saying it, but do you have another?
No, LARPing's like the cringeworthy thing I've ever heard of. I never heard of it until I moved back to the UK, and then I was like, right, I'm gonna find a fucking D&D group playing D&D with, and a bunch of people are like, oh, do you want to go LARPing? I'm like, well, what? I don't understand what that is, and they explained to me. I was like, no, why would that's awful. Why would you even suggest this?
I get like the attraction to it, the kind of, like, to me it would have the same thing to like the same excitement for those guys as like going to paintball the next day or something.
I'm going to have angry LARPers sending me angry tweets now. Being like, LARPing's amazing, you fucking tabletop pleb or something like that.
Oh, it's funny as fuck, but it's gay. But they can be gay and funny as fuck. That's fine.
You can be as gay as you want, guys. But I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty fucking gay.
That's when they die. They fucking die all seriously.
How does the combat work? You know, like who's playing as like the NPCs?
And you'd have to be like them. Oh, it's like an honor system. If you get tapped 3 times, you're dead. I'd just cheat. I'd be up to fucking 20 taps. Go, fuck,
exactly.
That wasn't a tap.
No. There is. I don't know how LARPing works, and I don't want to know. Don't answer any of these questions for me.
When me and my mates went paintballing, right, I was like, they had the big fucking huge, like, you know, paddock with all bushes and shit in it.
Mm-hmm.
And the rule was, right, that if you're within 2 meters of someone, you couldn't shoot them because it's too dangerous. You know?
That never applies, does it?
Oh, no. But listen, this is the pisser, right? You're meant to go surrender or some shit, right? But me and my mate were crawling through the scrub, right? And we hear this noise up ahead. We spring up just as this boyfriend and girlfriend on the other team spring up. My mate's about fucking 30 centimeters away from her face, shoots her in the face like 30 times. The dude tried to start a fight with us, like, for shooting his missus in the face with paintball. Fucking how ridiculous.
I'm not surprised, but, you know.
Oh, but for fuck's sake, like, he freaked out. Fucking, it was funny. Like, she was in some pain. She did not like what she was going through. I
know, already on Twitter, LARPing's amazing, you tabletop player. My God, I'm blocking everyone who LARPs. I don't normally block people, but God, you people deserve it.
And imagine like being one of the going to LARPing and you're like a fairy or a goblin, like not even one of the fucking company swords or something. Like
wizard, you know, for fuck's sake, I love being wizards.
I'm chucking spells at people. Fucking...
I'm sorry, I've just magic missiled you, Greg. You know. Yeah, no, LARPing is not happening. I just don't get it. No.
We'll get you LARPing. I'll start LARPing and introduce you to LARPing.
Well, we'll have the YouTubers LARPing club, shall we?
Oh fucking hell! How funny is Goodfella? Did you watch Goodfella's video about where he responded to the kids? It was fucking so funny.
Oh, is that the latest one he's done?
Yeah. Listen, you little cunt.
I haven't watched anything today actually, so I've got a bunch of videos I need to catch up on.
Do you watch heaps of videos, or do you like you too busy being Sargon?
Sorry, say again. Do I know what?
Do you watch heaps of videos, or are you too busy?
Yeah, I watch as many as I can.
That's not an answer.
Yeah, I actually there are certain people I watch more than others. I watch all of Hagbard Celine's videos. I really like his videos. I really like his delivery. I really like his insights. I think he's really, really good. You know,
he's a dry motherfucker, isn't he?
He is, yeah, and I really like that. I watched some of yours. I watched Goodfellas, That Guy T, Shoe on Head, all those sort of people.
I just started watching That Guy T. I've never watched him before, but I binged on a few of his videos last week.
He's decided to adopt some sort of anarcho-capitalist ideology. And I mean, obviously it's his choice and everything, but I don't really agree with adopting like ideologies wholesale and then really buying into them.
What did you say? An arco what?
Some sort of anarcho-capitalist.
What does that mean?
But for the sort of people who don't want any kind of state and want every interaction to be done based on money, as far as I can tell.
Well, they don't want a government.
Yeah, as minimal government as possible, and to have like everything be voluntary through payments, as far as I can tell.
Oh, that's a bit weird. I didn't know he did that.
So I
don't know what I am. People say like they're right wing and left wing and fucking. What does libertarian mean? I don't know what that means.
I think this is sort of the gradient towards anarcho-capitalism. Just people who want as minimal government and taxes as possible. But they want like minimal welfare state, minimal healthcare paid for by the government. They want to do all of this via the free market, which it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. I'd choose that any day of the week over fucking communism or something. But it's still a bit too radical for my tastes, you know.
Do you find yourself sort of being called a right wing more and more?
Oh, SJWs call me all the time. They can't stand that there's fucking criticism of social justice coming from within the left.
Who's your favourite social justice warrior? They don't have to be like a regular character. It could be like that dumb bitch that screamed at the dean at that uni or something.
I don't know. Who's my favourite? I guess if I remove like Laurie Penny as being like a feminist rather than SJW, although she is totally an SJW, so I guess.
But you've got the hots for Laurie Penny.
No, she's gross, but she's also crazy. And I would love to sit down with Laurie Penny and just extract the idiotic statement after idiotic statement from her, and just let everyone see. Just like, do you think that women are second-class citizens? And she's like, yes, I do. I do think women are second-class citizens. And you were born to a rich family, and you went to what university? And she'll be, it's just it's so contradictory. She's so dumb. It's just like, I don't get it. But
how many like feminists or SJWs have you managed to actually come back and have a conversation with you, other than that fucking Kevin Logan?
Only a handful, and it's really difficult to them to get them to come and talk to you because they hate you. They've got a real emotional involvement in what's going on, and so when you start like saying, look, what you're saying is stupid and you sound really dumb. They don't want to talk. They hate you, and they are very.
But even when you don't say that sort of stuff, you sort of pull it back a bit. They still don't. Like it's like if you go against their beliefs, it's an insult. That's really weird.
Well, it's like a religious belief, and you sound like you're some sort of apostate or something. You know, they treat you like a heretic, and it's weird and it's creepy, and it really bothers me. And honestly, if they didn't respond in the way they respond, I probably wouldn't really care about it. I'd probably just think, well, you know, it's just bullshit. You know, like with the anarcho-capitalists and all those sort of people. You know, there are other crazy ideologies out there that I totally disagree with in many ways, but they don't respond in the same way feminists do, and they don't like try and move and act in the same way feminists do.
So hang on, an anarcho-capitalist would be someone who believes in little government and a form of capitalism.
Oh yeah, probably like a virtually unregulated free market. But the thing is, though, these people aren't like they aren't actively taking steps to take over. You know, I think that's what I'm bothered about is the feminists are like they're in universities at the moment, brainwashing an entire generation of fucking kids to think social justice and feminism is not only correct, but it's the only morally acceptable position to take, which is something I really disagree with. You know, I'm tired of hearing how other people are immoral or bad or anything like this just because they hold a different political position, you know? Especially given how there are distinct immoralities built into social justice. You know, it's entirely collectivist, and it's going to infringe on people's rights, most notably right of free speech is what we see most often. And it really pisses me off. It really pisses me off.
Me too. Me too.
And the thing is, you know, the anarcho-capitalists, the fucking, you know, the Christian conservatives, all the, you know, basically from the other quadrants, they've lost the fight. You know, they're not going to change anything. Whereas the feminists actually are going to change things, and they actually are changing shit. Like as we talk, you know, Anita Sarkeesian gets to the UN because people.
Yeah, that's fucking scary. That is. I mean, it was a good thing the Canadian court case got thrown out there.
Yeah, I was. Honestly, mate, I didn't know that was going to happen. You know, everyone's like, it's ridiculous. Surely it's going to get chucked out. And I'm like, yeah, but is it? You know,
it could have happened, couldn't it? Like they were treating it pretty seriously. Yeah. You know, something that should have just been brushed off. You know, fucking, you've got no case. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
Got dragged out, didn't it?
Exactly. It went on for 3 years, and I mean, after 3 years of this, you'd think that. I mean, after 10 minutes of it, you'd think they'd just throw it out and go, "No, shut up, get out." You know, but it was entertained. That's the thing. These people have political connections. I'm going to do a stream with Gregory Allen Elliott. Actually, I need to get around to that. I've completely forgotten to reschedule that. But he was saying that, look, he knows how they're all connected, and so I'm just going to ask him to tell us. You know, just fucking, just tell us exactly how they're all connected. I want to hear it. You know.
And so, what do you think will happen to Slutface, the one that was fighting it? Do you reckon she'll get a bad name and be hated, or do you think she'll lose some sort of victim status?
I think she already has a bad name, but I think she's a hero to feminists.
Well, I mean, among general public and even slightly feminist leaning. She'll be like amongst us.
She'll be like Bahama Mustafa in this country, where the general public hates her. They hate her because she's horrible and bigoted and racist. You know, and
that Mustafa chick was something else though. She was absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, she was incredible, wasn't she? It was just like, I am just so not wrong that all of you can fuck yourselves. And it's like,
I can't believe one of them actually faced the camera like she did in that speech and said, "I cannot be racist." Fuck off. That is so stupid.
Yeah, but that's what they're teaching to kids in universities all across the Western world. They are indoctrinating a generation with that idea. And so this is what worries me. The fucking the anarcho-capitalists or whoever, it's all like they're not doing anything. They're just like, look, we'd just really rather not be interfered with by government. That is an ideology I can live with. Is these fucks going, oh, we can't be racist to white people and sexist to men? That is unacceptable.
Yeah, you're automatically an asshole. I'm a victim, and we're going to regulate what you say.
Yeah, exactly. And and the thing is, it's really enabling like the alt-right and the far right and stuff. It's giving them they're running around screaming white genocide, and it's like, yeah, okay, well, I don't think that's happening. And then they'll just pull out a lot of progressive bullshit about how white people are awful and need to die. And it's like, okay, they did say this, and they are teaching it in universities, and they are saying that the white man is evil and all this sort of stuff, and it's the reason. I mean, it's this fucking this poisoned fucking system.
It's the odd thing. All they've got to do is learn to replace white with black or Jewish or something in their sentences. They'll see how stupid they are.
Exactly, but the thing is, they feed each other. The more SJWs gain sort of influence over people and media, the more these people are going to be responding with legitimate criticism. And the more legitimate criticism they respond with, the more SJWs can say, "Oh, look at the far righters, oh, the racists, blah 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 blah."
And the more people in positions of actual authority, like that fucking dean of that university, that stand down, for fuck's sake. Oh, if that was me, it almost would have been a backhand.
Missouri, and probably Yale as well, wasn't it? Oh no, there was the it wasn't the dean. It was another chap, but but it was the guy who's had authority in the situation.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't listen to that. Like I realise their parents pay the fees, but fucking hell, don't the parents want them to have a genuine experience?
Sorry,
I said, don't the parents want them to have a genuine experience and learn shit rather than set the rules like that they are?
So sorry, man. Say that again. I didn't hear you.
I said, surely their parents would want them to have a genuine experience and not just be told they're right and nurtured.
You would think so, but I really can't say. I'd have to ask them. They can we have a hashtag for this stream to tweet memes? That's a good idea. What hashtag do you want to use?
Sargon is gay. No. I don't know. Fuck.
You're
Sargon. Hey?
LARPfest 2016.
Yeah, let's go to LARP.
Yeah.
So what does this do? I don't know the internet very well. What does this do if you make a hashtag?
Well, it means that on Twitter, people can tweet using that hashtag, and you can see any memes or anything that people create out of just shit that we're saying.
Oh, nice.
Fucking LARPfest 2016. I just, there are so many things I don't get, for fuck's sake.
Tell me, because you're a professional at YouTubing, do you have you decked out a little studio? Like, have you got carpet on the wall or sound padding that?
Yeah, I've got a spare bedroom that's it's got soundproofing on the walls and shit like that.
Yeah. I don't know. Does the missus approve of it? Does she like your videos?
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't. You're Sargon, but does she get into it?
Yeah, I think she's generally. I don't think she pays too much attention to it, to be honest.
Oh, because it's your job, isn't it? Fucking hell. Yeah. So what do you get up at 3? You have a bowl of cereal. You fucking jack off, and you go into your room and just start recording This Week in Stupid.
No, I go into my room before I jack off. Obviously.
Fair enough. You've got to lock on the.
Basically, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a good life.
Yeah. No, it would be. It'd be fucking awesome. You get to sit there and speak your mind all day.
Yeah, it's nice. The thing is, you say that I have to read fucking The Dialectic of Sex by Shulamith Firestone.
You fucking choose to read The Dialect of Sex, Sargon.
No, I know what they're talking about. This is why when Steve shows that, Sargon doesn't know anything about feminism, it's like, well, you'd be surprised actually, Steve. I know quite a lot about feminism because I actually read quite a lot about feminism.
Fuck, I can't believe you actually read books. Like, I'll watch YouTube videos.
I actually read books. Yeah, I actually do.
I'll watch your videos. You do the reading.
Yeah. But I genuinely like. I genuinely do. It's entertaining, and one of the things I've literally just come to the end of The Road to Serfdom by Hayek, which is I love it. There's this guy called the Democratic Socialist on YouTube.
Is that a feminist book or something?
Yeah, I think this one wasn't, but he's obsessed with me being a right winger because I read from things that aren't strictly left wing, and he thinks that makes me a right winger, and like. He thinks that. I mean, I like some of what Hayek says about individualism and collectivism. I think it's a problem that was happening about 100 years ago or 80 years ago, something like that. And it's something that's come back around because, and I got a response from the SJW Gamer about this, and he was like, "This is archaic language," and it's like, yeah, it is. You know, it is archaic. You know, it's stuff that people didn't think about because it was, you know, I mean, communism and fascism failed so catastrophically, and capitalism won, and you know, democracy won, and so, you know, we know that these are much better systems, you know, and so this guy's like, "Oh, you're a right winger." It's like, well, you know, do you really want to abandon, like, you know, individualism and liberty and the free market to the right? You know, it's you know, it's not necessarily it's right wing. It's just that it's not fucking communist.
Have you read like feminist manifestos and all that bullshit?
Yeah, I've read. What was the fucking?
How long can you sit there for 2 hours and read this shit, or do you just like 10 minutes at a time and then put it down and go for whiskey?
So, sometimes you can actually. So I mean, some of it is just.
Are you just seething at the end? Are you like punching the pillow or something?
No, at the end I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out. The whole point of it is trying to figure out like what went wrong in their reasoning process to come to the conclusion that, you know, women are basically the niggers of the world. You know, how did they get to this position? You know, and so I find it interesting. You know, I genuinely find it interesting. And a lot of it is down to them being emotionally damaged people. They actually genuinely are like people who have had real problems with their fathers a lot of the time.
Well, and they are like, you find a lot of feminists are just sheeps. Like, how many parrots are out there? You know, like, it's not one bad idea was fucking spooked out one day, and they've all just copied it.
Yeah, they literally get like fucking indoctrinated into it. That's why, you know, they get told a bunch of stuff that appears to like support each other, but they don't ever actually, you know, if you take any time to inquire about any, you know, properly interrogate one of the pillars that holds up their worldview, that pillar turns out to be just dust. You know, it blows away, and then you get to the next one and interrogate that, and that doesn't hold up either. And then suddenly the whole worldview is beginning to shake, and then you get blocked. So,
yeah, it's frustrating. It is frustrating. I just can't believe how many new ones jump on board and fucking don't they? Because if you type feminism into YouTube, you've got to see a million cunts like us, a million people going, "Fuck you, you're stupid, go and die." You know, how can you not watch one of them if you're interested in being a feminist? You know what I mean?
Well, it's because, I mean, okay, they get primed for this in their gender studies courses. They get taught all this bullshit, and they're also, it's not just that they're taught this stuff, you know, it's that they are primed to be activists. They're kind of I don't know how to describe it. Like, they're encouraged to feel good about doing this, whatever it is they're doing, you know, going out and criticizing people. And they literally say, you know, part of being a feminist is going on Twitter and talking about feminism. And it's just like, really?
How long has gender studies been around for? How long have they been teaching gender studies, do you know?
A lot longer than you'd think.
Like 70s, 60s?
Yeah, about I think it was about the 70s when it first started becoming sort of mainstream, or like, you know, becoming institutionalized. But through the 90s, it was, I mean, I think it's really since about the year 2000 onwards that like large numbers of kids have been taking gender studies.
Became a cool thing.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's necessarily cool, but like I think it's becoming more like I don't know. I know, kind of like concern trolled into it. You know, it's like, well, you should take, you know, you should minor in gender studies just so you know about things, you know, and these people who really don't give a shit about the subject just, you know, get more like brain formatting and then they carry on, you know.
It's kind of like when I was in like grade 2 or 3. Every single girl in my class was going to be a marine biologist.
Yeah.
Fucking heaps of marine biologists.
Yeah. And another one, what was the rise of the fucking like CSI programs and stuff?
The what, sorry?
The crime scene investigation programs, you know, the forensics and stuff. Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to be a forensic detective. It's like,
yeah.
In the UK, there was something like 2,500 forensic jobs and like 6,000 people qualified for the fucking job because of the popularity of these programs. It's like, okay, the industry just can't support this.
I can't believe that many people want to look at cum through a microscope.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
That'd be fucking good job. We'll just look at cum through a microscope all day. Fucking hell.
I'm genuinely shocked that anyone would be bothered by it. But
so what did you do before you were Sargon of Akkad, Suckhole of Arshat?
I just didn't do anything really. I was kind of like, I don't know. I spent my 20s like getting stoned, reading books about history and playing video games. And then I sort of, decided right, okay, in my 30s, I was like, okay, I better get some money. And then, so I got jobs, I contracted and did computer stuff. And I was working at the Swindon Research Councils until I was kind of unjustly laid off by one of my bosses. And I was kind of annoyed about it. And I was kind of annoyed about a lot of things at the time. That was the thing. Like, I was noticing more and more things that were basically going against my principles that were being popularly acclaimed in like the media and in social media and all that sort of stuff. Whereas a lot of people were like, oh yeah, this is all completely right. And I could see it wasn't right. I could see the problems with it. And so I just started my YouTube channel out of frustration and concern and annoyance. I was like, I've got to do something.
And when you started it, did you sort of think, fuck, this would be cool to do for a job? Were you even thinking about that?
No, it was, the idea was just remote. I mean, it never crossed my mind that one day I'd do this full time. I was just really concerned about what I was talking about.
Fair enough.
So yeah,
you talk about it well, man.
Thanks, man. But yeah, it never occurred to
me. What else is news?
What else is news? I don't know. Yeah.
Have you done much stuff? Have you had many run-ins or collaborations or anything with the Amazing Atheist?
I've been on the Drunken Peasants a couple of times. So I'm just coming over a cold. So my throat's really sore and my nose is really fucking blocked. Yeah, I've been on the Drunken Peasants a few times.
Are you a big fan of Amazing Atheist?
I watched a few of his videos. He's not bad. He's all right. He seems like he's been in the game for quite a while, and so he kind of looks like he wants a break. But I quite like him. He seems like a decent enough guy,
Yeah, I don't know. I respect him. I admire him. I don't really get his humor.
Yeah, I mean, he knows. He's generally on point. There are very few things about the Amazing Atheist that I feel the need to criticize.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not trying to criticize him, but I just.
Oh, no. I'd be happy to criticize him if I had a reason.
Oh, fine. He's a cunt. He's a massive cunt. No, about the joke.
He is, but he's all right. That's not the thing you can judge someone by. Why with someone being a cunt, Jesus. No, if he was saying something bullshit, then I'd jump on him, I guess.
Fair enough. So, tell me, where do you think all this feminism is going to go? All this new wave is it fourth wave now, or is it third wave?
I do not know what they call themselves. I think they do call themselves third wave still.
Because I've heard fourth a couple of times.
Yeah, I've heard it a couple of times. I think they've tried to make it happen and it hasn't happened.
Where do you think it's going to go? How ridiculous do you think it's going to get before everyone realizes they're just fucking idiots?
That's a good question, because I thought at the time that Shirtstorm was going to be the jumping the shark point for feminism.
What was Shirtstorm?
Did you not remember the guy who landed a space?
Oh, Shirtgate.
Shirtgate. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really. But the thing is that I guess I don't think enough people at any one time really see the damage feminism does. So I'm really hoping that like this year they'll do something even crazier, and it's. I mean, Cologne has been a real help. The thing is that there have been a lot of things recently that have been really sort of raising the public profile of feminism in a really negative way.
Cologne's ridiculous, isn't it? I can't believe how they've reacted to Cologne.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're too busy defending their reticence to speak than actually trying to do anything for the victims of the sexual assaults. It's incredible.
It's like there's more SJW in them than feminists now, because the SJW don't be racist, don't be xenophobic type thing. Surely feminists are all about don't rape women. surely that's higher on the agenda for feminism than don't be racist.
Understand that all rapes matter, right? In fact, that's the hashtag that we can use from now on. All rapes matter, because
no shit. So fucking do something. Like get up in arms about these ones.
It's the complete inversion of the Black Lives Matter thing. When they're like, well, Black Lives Matter. So, yeah, but all lives matter. They're like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But we're talking about Black Lives right now because that's the thing we want to talk about. Like, okay, great. We're talking about the Cologne rapes right now. We're not talking about all rapes. We know all rapes matter, you fucking hypocrites.
And so they're saying stop focusing on these rapes so much because all rapes matter.
Exactly. They've completely reversed their position on it. And it's just like, you fucking hypocrites, you know? No, you know, if I'm happy to talk about fucking, you know, black people being murdered by cops. I think it's a worthy fucking subject of discussion. But, you know, Cologne is also a worthy subject of discussion, and now you don't have that conversation. And it's just like, you know, you are so transparent. You know, they're not women's rights activists, they're feminists, you know?
Yeah. It's an ideology, isn't it? It's almost a religion, like you say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's I mean, Laurie Penny's article about it, and I love being able to bring this back to Laurie Penny. Laurie Penny's
you've got the hots for Laurie Penny.
She's such a clown. She's so nonsense. She's just full of nonsense. But her article is literally, after the Cologne attacks, we can't let the bigots steal feminism. It's like, really? You don't want to talk about like the women who were molested and raped and robbed. You want to talk about how people want to do women's rights activism.
I'd love to see you in a direct confrontation with her, like a stream or something.
I would have a lot to say to her.
Yeah, but then again, I'd love to see Steve Shives in a conversation with you. I wish one of these pussies would just do
it. Steve Shives is just never going to do it. Someone told me that his wife said that if he did it, she'd divorce him. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard from someone. I can't remember who it was now. But
isn't she fucked? She's evil, that wife. She's got the worst fucking stare about her. Remember that video that you reviewed where he's talking about his fucking. Oh, can I? I don't watch Buffy. I watch that vampire fucking bullshit. And she's like, "Well, that's sexist." that is fucked. That is so fucking. What a sad life.
Yeah, it's literally as sad as it sounds.
I'd have gone, fuck off, bitch. I don't watch Buffy or that vampire shit. I watch hardcore porn. Now, if you want to get involved, come here. No, I only say that because she's out of the room.
So, I mean, who do you think could be brought to the table to talk about feminism? Obviously, Steve Shives is out of the question.
What feminist do you mean?
Yeah, just what feminist do you think could be called?
Well, like in a serious sort of like civil debate where we.
That doesn't necessarily have to be serious, but
just who do you think could do it?
Yeah, who do you think could do it?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't know. I'm surprised that fucking Big Red hasn't done more stuff. She was like, I thought she'd be unstoppable. I thought she'd be everywhere, telling everyone to get fucked. She doesn't do anything, does she? Don't you think, like, the way she acted in those couple of videos, you think she'd just, still be a bull at the gate sort of thing, wouldn't you?
No, that's a really good point. You would think she'd have a Patreon.
Yeah.
You would think you'd have leapt in with both feet. After viral
that was the video on your channel, the fucking thing that got that what's his name, old mate tweeted out and got in trouble for.
Oh yeah, Richard Dawkins, yeah. Yeah, no, you aren't right about Big Red though. You'd think that she'd fucking monetize that shit, make herself a little feminist star,
Yeah, they'd be able to twist that into some sort of victimhood somehow, surely.
Well, of course. I mean, they already do. I mean, as soon as he tweeted out that video, they were like, "This woman has had death threats sent to her," blah 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 blah, and he was like, "Oh no, that's terrible."
Do you reckon there's not many of these feminists have actually shown their death threats, have they? Not many people have gone, "Here's a screenshot of the tweet."
No, and when they do, it's exactly as you describe, a screenshot of a tweet. So,
but it's usually not a death threat either. It's usually, "I hope someone fucking rapes and kills you," which is not a nice message to receive, but it's not a death threat.
Yeah, that's the thing. I hope you die. It's like, well, that's not a death threat. Or please kill yourself. That's a death request.
Yeah, death request.
You can literally, well, I'm sorry, I don't take requests.
Hey, he's go fuck yourself, a rape request.
Exactly. It's just a request for me to have to masturbate. It's like, well, I mean, I'm gonna, but
I'll do it for you now.
What do you want from me, Jesus?
Hey, have you ever spoken to Richard Dawkins?
No, but I would like to. I might give him a podcast. But the thing is,
you're big enough, man. You're fucking important.
Maybe, but I kind of figure that like after like having the huge backlash about me about him tweeting out a video that was on my channel, he probably didn't want to hear from me.
Bullshit. I'd think about it the exact opposite way. I'd think, no, fuck this. Get him into like laugh at it and shake it off with you kind of thing. Like there was nothing wrong with that video, and there was nothing wrong with his video.
Yeah, no, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it either. And what I loved most about it was the response was them basically saying, hey, we are exactly like that feminazi in the video. And we don't like the fact that you're poking fun at the fact that we're a bunch of fucking feminazis. So
yeah, stop telling people the truth on a large scale.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's stop. We resemble that remark. It's just like, you fucking idiots. And Dawkins was even literally like, there's a pernicious minority, and then they're like, yeah, you're the pernicious minority, you fucking idiots.
Isn't he a legend, Dawkins?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a video of him reading like hate mail to himself. And,
there's a couple of them. Isn't that fucking funny?
Well, at the end of one of them, like it was like angry tweets or something, and the guy did it was like, so how do you feel about that? He said, it's all a bit fun, really, isn't it?
I love how he sits there and says it. Like he says, "You fuckity fuck." Some of the fucking things he got.
Yeah, honestly, I think Dawkins is a bit of a troll on the internet himself. So I quite like him.
Yeah, you should have a chat with him. That'd be absolutely.
I'll see what I can do.
I'll petition that shit.
Yeah.
So, what does like your missus do during the day? Does she like go to work or something, or is she out in the kitchen listening to you fucking with someone else?
I'm oppressing her, aren't I? So she's being oppressed into the role of housewife.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Does she come in and vacuum and shit when you do live streams and give you the shit?
No.
Sandwiches?
No, but that's something I should request actually.
Hey, dog for sandwiches. One set of sandwiches to
I would rather make my own sandwiches than have to deal with cleaning up dog shit.
No. I'm not saying you're cleaning up the dog shit for Sam. I'm saying she can have a dog and clean up the dog shit.
Yeah, but we already went over this. At some point, it's going to be.
Aim high, man.
Can you do it? It's just the odd time, and I'll be like, "Well, that's a bad precedent, darling. I can't do it. I can't allow you to set this kind of precedent where you might think that I would in any way clean up this dog shit." So no.
Well, it's all the standards thing too, Sargon. See, there is the old tactic of just see a shit there and just do fuck all about it. She's going to see it eventually and pick it up. So it's just all depends on how much of a need you have to have that shit off your floor. If you
this is the argument against unpaid labor, isn't it?
I'm not that smart. I'm just talking about dog shit.
I saw this video about it. Where one of them, like Hank or something, goes on about like the gender pay gap, and then he starts going on about unpaid work, and it's just like, what? He starts going, "Oh, women do all this unpaid work." It's like, no, they don't. They choose to clean up.
Who was this?
The Vlog Brothers. That's what they're called. But literally, his argument is like, "Oh well, women do all this extra work because they have to, because of societal norms." And it's like, no, it's because it's a race to the bottom. It's because who is prepared to sit in a house full of shit, not cleaned, and watch TV? I'm prepared. Is my wife.
Age-old tactic. I don't give a fuck if there's a heap of dishes there. I couldn't give a shit.
I will leave to the end of fucking time.
And every time I make myself a fucking Milo or something, I'll stir it with a teaspoon and just leave it somewhere obvious and fucking give you a death stare when I've got to come back and wash it to make another one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, there's dishes everywhere.
Yeah, I will literally wash things as I need them, But this, women, they don't want to do that. They don't want to live in a house full of shit, and therefore they will tidy up.
It's fantastic. It just comes with the fact that they bitch about it too.
But I'm sick of feminists literally going, "Oh well, fucking unpaid labor." Oh, shut up! Just don't do it then. Don't do it. I'm not.
There's a high school near us, right, in the same city as us in Melbourne, Australia. It's Fitzroy High School. They've just introduced a feminism course, right? They've had this feminist collective petitioning the fucking high school to put this feminist class in the curriculum type thing. And in the report about it, the reporter's gone, picked one of the chicks out of the collective and gone, Sally fucking Smith, petitioned that she needed feminism because she was concerned about the growing stereotype of women living in the kitchen. What the fuck?
Growing stereotype?
That is a almost fucking disappeared stereotype. That's a stigma now. That's
a stereotype.
They've made it evil.
Years ago. What the fuck are you on about?
And this chick's 17. One of my subscribers made a good point. It's gone, I bet she's never made a fucking meal.
Yeah, she's probably never made a sandwich, for fuck's sake.
She was 17.
Yeah, of course she hasn't made a meal. It's not like she's been slaving over a fucking hot stove for 30 years or something.
So how the fuck do they get listened to? How do the people in charge go, oh, well, that's fair enough. Let's allow this.
People in charge of men, and men have got a fucking stupid weak spot for women.
Another one was this other chick was having a bitch about a lack of representation of women in sport. That's got nothing to do with fucking.
There's a pitch full of rugby players here, and not one of them is female.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And even the argument of should female athletes get paid the same? Ronda Rousey summed it up beautifully when she was in Melbourne when she got the shit kicked out of it. She said it's all about people through the door. How much you get paid is entirely dependent on how many people you get through those doors and asses on those fucking seats.
Unsurprisingly, it's based on market principles. Incredible. I can't believe it's not based on sexism. It's based on the market. That's disgraceful. That's a form of oppression, and it should be equal. And they should do less work. Seriously, have you got in tennis, man, where they do get the same, and they do like 2 sets less or something like that.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? But it makes some pretty sexy grunts, though, don't they, Sargon?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Anita Sarkeesian's video that's complaining about it. You know that it's going to be complained about, right? I mean, there is the video called "The Difference Between Fighting and Fucking" is going to be about grunts, and she's going to be.
Hang on, what's this video?
She released her video plans for the next year or two or whatever.
Yeah.
There's the video names, and one of them is "Fighting is Not Fucking" or something like that, and it's going to be about the grunts that the characters in the games make. So I'm like, and then I'm like, and it'd be like, she'll be whinging about
that. That is going to be fucking cringy.
It is going to be cringy as shit, and it's going to be something she will whinge about for 10 fucking minutes. This will be Anita Sarkeesian's "Women Are Oppressed" fucking speech. This is an important feminist issue.
She's the biggest whinger, isn't she? She's got to be the biggest. Like when you asked me that question before, who's the worst one or who's your least favourite one? It's got to be her, doesn't it? Because she's just such a victim. Like I don't think I've heard anyone else say everything's racist, everything's sexist, and you've got a point. Fucking what the fuck are you talking about?
Green did, so.
Like, have you heard any others that bad? Everything.
Green said that everything was problematic.
Who said that? Oh, Lacey, yeah, but she's fucking Disney, though.
Yeah, exactly. So they're literally like, they're like Disney villains of idiocy. I mean, they are on par with each other. But the thing is that the irony of it is they're both really influential as feminists. Other feminists listen to them,
Do you reckon Lacey Green knows how cringy she is? Surely she must have an inkling. Like if you're making YouTube videos, right, and you make one and you spend 4 hours on it or something, and you play it back, and you're talking about how to put a dick in your butt and shit like that, that's surely you go, do I look like a bit of a dickhead in this? Don't you think? She must know she looks like a fucking idiot.
Tell people how to put things in their butt. I mean, is that really what I want my career to be?
She did one about lube the other day, about which sort of lube to use.
Of course she did. I love that Lacey Green, the fucking early 20s ex-Mormon, is going to teach me about sex.
Okay. Is she an ex-Mormon?
Oh yeah. I
didn't know that.
Yeah. Ex-Mormon. It's like, go on, Lacey. You know all about this degeneracy. Just it's not like you came late to the party or anything.
I love her concerned look when she's talking about how many women get raped, and it's like 1 in fucking 2 or something these days. She's got that concerned look like that. Oh, you've got to do something about this, man. You've got to do something about this. She's a fucking whinger.
Yeah, go full Emma Watson and be like, right, women need men's help. So, what, do they?
Hey, Sargon, you've got to watch Sugar Tits video about Emma Waffle. She did a rad video. You should watch it.
Yeah,
you'll laugh.
yeah. Send it to me, man. I'll check it out.
Oh yeah, fuck off you. It took about fucking 6 months to get back to me tweet. I had to call you a dicklord or something to get you to respond. And here we are.
Oh, look, man, you know, I'm busy, always busy.
Yeah, I know. You're so gonna be cool. You know, cool. Yeah,
no, just fucking busy. I'm not like so amazing. Better than you, Clem. So no, I mean, I'm just really busy.
I'm only joking, so I got my apologies to you.
That's fine. I'm just messing.
So what about Thunderfoot? Do you hang out with Thunderfoot, your boss?
No. I had one hangout with him.
Really? So,
yeah, he's great. Yeah, I've only had one hangout with him. The thing is, he's busy as well. You know, he works in a fucking nuclear.
Yeah, but he's a fucking scientist.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually got a real job that means something. You know, so you know, he's busy.
So when that what was his name? I Hate Everything got his channel taken down for a day.
Oh yeah,
you must have shit yourself.
You know, I don't even know. Not really. I mean, I don't. I tend to like.
I shit myself. It's just a fucking hobby. Like, but it's your job.
No, honestly, I wasn't that worried.
Could you clearly see what he'd done wrong or something? Do you know?
No, I had no idea what he'd done wrong. But the thing is, there's the section of YouTube that he sort of is on. The problem is not with ideological complaints or criticism. The problem is he was probably using copyrighted footage from a movie or something like that. And,
are you not allowed to claim fair use review?
Oh, no, you are, of course. It's just that YouTube tends to be very cooperative with the big studios about movies and whatnot, you know?
Right.
And so it becomes like it's a different thing. I don't get like movie studios coming after me, you know? And so like, you know, they don't come and flag my videos. YouTube.
But you don't really go after movie studios, though, do you?
Sorry?
You don't really go after movie studios, though.
Well, no, exactly. I've got nothing to say to them. You know, I don't. I mean, you know, if I was going to criticize a movie, then I might. You know, I mean, I did on my other channel, I guess, but like, you know, not anything serious, and it's not anything that I think they're going to notice if I do it. Why wouldn't they? You know.
I suppose he was using a fair bit of footage from their movie.
I actually don't know how much he was using, but that's how I understand it.
Yeah, I was really concerned that day. I thought, fucking hell, I got 38,000 to 35,000 subscribers. You got like 250,000. That's I thought you were.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. I don't even.
That is fucking crazy. Like, it must be a good feeling to know that 250,000 people are going to get your video.
Honestly, I try not to think about it because I like the number is an intimidatingly large one, and so I would probably find myself just like I guess I would be constantly second guessing myself to think about really how many people I'm talking to, and so I just try not to think about it and just try to
I suppose they've subscribed to you because you said stuff the way that you did, which was saying for your concern about it, not an audience.
Yeah, I just try to be as like level-headed as possible, and it's quite difficult sometimes because some of the stuff I'm talking about is fucking ridiculous.
The cologne stuff, because like they're real sensitive about the cologne stuff, aren't they? YouTube.
Oh man, you've no idea. If you put up anything about ISIS or cologne or Muslims, there's a good chance that YouTube will just automatically demonetize it just to disincentivize you.
Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got no doubt that there would be censorship for. I mean, wasn't the the Pole movie, the propaganda film they did with Open Gates or something? Wasn't that?
I didn't see that. What, one of the governments did?
Was that the government's? Was it?
No. I'm asking you. Was it?
No, I think that was censored from YouTube. Someone in the chat, can you let me know what happened with that? Because I thought it was taken down. But so they are sensitive about it, and so you have to be sensible about your coverage of it. And you know, I don't want to give people. I don't really want to sort of like have the sort of space that is just a shit sort of hole, you know. There are plenty of anonymous message boards for that sort of thing, but B, I want to be able to continue on a sensible and well-educated conversation on the topic, because I really think it's important. You know, it's the mainstream media are not going to fucking be honest about this. You know, they're not going to be honest, and it really pisses me off. And so, you know, it needs to be done.
It's just a bit sad you've got to walk that fine edge. You know, you should be silly.
I hate it. I hate every second of it. But I don't want to stuff it up. You know, I don't want to ruin the chance to actually redress the bullshit. You know, I'm
not saying that you should go all out hell for leather. Yeah. But, you know, it just sucks that you can't. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. I if it was my choice, I wouldn't have anything like this. But yeah, what can I do?
And so, have you found that YouTube, like in your sort of 2 or 3 years, has it gotten? Have you noticed it getting, you know, more and more sort of censored, or what's your take on that?
That's a good question. Things have definitely changed in the last month or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been definitely there's definitely more sensitivity from the position of YouTube, without doubt. Yeah.
Just in the last month.
Yeah, not necessarily last month, but the last couple of months. Since, you know, the end of last year, things have been like not bad, but just like, you know,
a bit more on edge sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, more on edge. You know, there's definitely a feeling of tension.
Hey, how bad was that show that Milo was on with that fucking bitch, that Velociraptor looking one? Yeah. That is so infuriating, that show. Like off the bat, they're interrupting, you know, Milo. Fuck it. It just, you feel like slapping him in the face. They shut the fuck up. He let you speak. Fucking let him speak.
It's pretty fucking frustrating, isn't it?
Did you speak to Milo about doing that?
Oh no, I just did the video.
Oh yeah, fair enough. What's it called, that show? Oh no, they've got a new name every time. That one was something about why men are cunts with social media or something.
Is it The Big Questions? Something like that.
Oh, The Big Questions. Yeah. Have you done much stuff on that horrible feminist comedian?
What, Kate Smurthwaite? I've covered her before. Yeah. I covered her when she was no platformed by the Students' Union for Wrongthink.
For Wrongthink. What happened there? What uni was it?
I think it was Manchester. No, I'm probably remembering that wrong. I can't remember the university, but basically the Students' Union, a bunch of feminists within it, protested her because I think it was her views on trans people or something that she had made a comment on a few years ago.
What was she saying that trans?
I think it was something like that. I'd have to look it up because I can't. The reason isn't really that important. It was just she's the wrong kind of feminist. They didn't like that, and therefore, bitch and moan, bitch and moan, bitch and moan.
Yeah. I liked your touch in that video where you said every time you interrupt, I'm going to play one of your cringy videos. They were fucking shocking. I couldn't believe that she was a comedian. That shit wasn't funny.
She's not. She's upper class, certainly. And I think it's people indulging her because maybe her parents have money or something. Because she's not funny in any way, shape, or form.
At fucking all. First of all, before she opens her mouth, you don't want to laugh at her because she's got one of those sharp faces, those fucking cunt faces. Oh, she's horrible. Do you find that you just go, yep, no, she's going to be a bitch?
She's got that sort of expression, doesn't she? It's not helping her out, and she's not. I just don't find her funny in any way, shape, or form.
No. And I didn't know that that larger framed female next to her of African England descent.
Oh, Connie Lewis.
Yeah, I didn't know she was the one that caused all the furor about that. What was that Nobel Prize winner's name?
Tim Hunt.
Yeah, Tim Hunt. Wasn't that sad?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's very, very interesting how she literally decided to just lie about Milo.
What was that about? Yeah, calls to assassinate someone. What was that about?
Yeah, she was full of shit, basically.
So Milo's obviously written the word assassin or assassinate.
I don't even think it was Milo. I think it was someone else who had written. I don't know who it was, but like it certainly wasn't Milo, and he was just like you could see it in his face. He was just like, gotcha. That was fucking stupid.
Well, when he said what was the wording of the tweet? What was the wording of the tweet? Like, for fuck's sake, just to the fucking pussy-willed fucking host of that show should have held it. It should have said, "You answer that question." What was the wording of the text?
Yeah, the guy really annoyed me by not holding them to account for what they were saying. Allowing them to interrupt Milo repeatedly. And, and for some reason, Milo spoke to him. That was what I would say. It's like, Milo, don't speak to him. He's clearly a non-issue in this conversation. Speak to fucking her. Be like, excuse me, what did you just say? And he did try, but like I said, the host wasn't fucking. He was just awful.
He has mentioned, like, they're actually saying, take the camera off him. He shouldn't be having airtime. Fucking hell.
Yeah. They actually were literally claiming, and that was Kate. Kate, I have been no platform Smurthway. It's like, what are you doing, Kate?
That is so cheap, isn't it?
Yeah, surely you fucking know that the idea of no platforming is shit. Surely.
I tell you who gave me the shits were those two fucking faggots sitting behind. Milo is less of a faggot than those two faggots sitting behind him. Remember the ones the ones at the end just go, "Oh, I can't believe that Milo is such a misogynist." Like, they were just fucking homos.
It's what's interesting is none of them were really attacking what he was saying, were they? They were just attacking him as a person.
Yeah, it was the idea of him. It was this thing here. We don't like the smell of it or something.
Yeah, we don't like what he's what he is rather than what he's saying, and it's just like, well, isn't that really like not the issue?
So Milo would be good fun to go out in the town with.
Yeah, he was good fun to go out in the town with. Yeah.
You were fucking shit-faced in that stream. That was quite funny.
Mate, I was so hammered. I was so fucking hammered. I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking mashed.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
Yeah, it was good fun.
So did you go out and have a Devonshire tea or something? Did you, or a romantic meal?
Say again?
Did you go and have a Devonshire tea or a romantic meal somewhere, did you?
We went to some fucking posh place. I've never been to some fucking Claridge's or something, and I've never been to anywhere like nearly as posh as this in all my life. I'm wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and the waiter is there in a fucking full penguin suit with a fucking bow tie, and I'm just like,
did he know the fucking did he know like the host by name? Go, hey Jeeves, and like flick him a coin or something as you walked in. Was he all like flamboyant about it, or had he not been flamboyant?
But he wasn't quite. He wasn't quite that brazen, but he was quite flamboyant.
He's got a cane tapping his feet, going, "Yeah, this is the place to be."
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't far off.
What did you have? Some sort of tartare?
No, we went out for a steak at some point, I think.
Fair enough. He looks like
good laugh it was. I'm planning to go to Speaker's Corner at some point in London, it's in Hyde Park, and I'm gonna try and figure out when there's like a feminist thing going on down there. And then I'm gonna
What's Speaker's Corner? Is that like a slam poetry club or something?
No, it's more like sort of like a public political discussion area in Hyde Park. It's an area of Hyde Park where they've had this the sort of discussions going on there since for the last 200 years or so. But I'm going to wait till there's like an interesting feminist thing going down there. And I'm going to go terrorize them with accurate and incisive questions that force them to give people answers they don't want to have to roll out. And
I wonder if you get escorted away for harassment.
Well, that's the thing. I'm going to film it. So, so people in the comments like, it's a trap. It's like, what do you mean it's a trap? I've not arranged anything. They don't know. I'm going to go down there and basically trap them. I'm gonna get out of this. Yeah, no. I'm gonna wait till some sort of feminist speaker there, and I'll start recording and just ask pertinent questions.
Yeah, like in question time, like put your hand up, like try and get a microphone.
Yeah, so if patriarchy's this, why this, and this, and just make them answer stupid questions. Not necessarily stupid questions, but ask questions. Basically, I'm going to try and get a bunch of questions written out that puts them on the horns of a dilemma, where if by answering one they have to reject another aspect of feminism, just to
take them on a
Say again.
Obviously, like take them on a ride too. Like plan your questions really carefully.
Yeah.
So the first one sort of sounds like you're almost a supporter, but then you fucking slam them right at the end and catch them off guard.
That's basically what I'm hoping to do at some point.
Funny.
But I need to know who it is, and I need to know what their positions are. You know, you need quite a lot of advanced information.
And so, do they do these things like regularly?
Yeah, I think it's every Sunday.
Feminists?
No, not necessarily feminists, but like I think there are people there every Sunday talking, and I'll have to find a time when a bunch of feminists are there. You know?
Yeah. Who would be there? Would Laurie Penny be there? Would she go to something?
No. It'd just be nobody feminist activists.
Yeah. Yeah, you fuck them up good, so.
I just want to hear the bullshit that comes out. You know, I want to hear their justifications for all of it. You know,
it would be pretty sort of surreal being amongst a crowd of people who just get fed absolute bullshit and then go, yeah, and clap for it, wouldn't it? It'd be.
Yeah. I just want to see what their like reasoning is. You know, and I want to be able to interrogate them, just to ask them like, okay, but if the things you're saying are true, you wouldn't be allowed to be. Where is the patriarchy holding you down right now? Why would the patriarchy give you a platform to speak from, even if it was just a free one? Why? I mean, do you think that the southern slave owners were like, yeah, well, the slaves can obviously go and preach to the other slaves how awful it is to be a slave. Go on, you get up there and you shout your lungs out, you little nigger or something. They would never do it. They'd be like, no, obviously we're not going to allow this slave to incite the other slaves to rebellion. And so this is how feminists talk about the patriarchy. Basically, I want to just ask them a few leading questions to get them around to the point where to explain to them that the patriarchy is literally providing them with everything they've ever owned, and it's providing them with their rights, providing them with their platform, their freedom of speech, that everything they think is like good comes from the patriarchy.
Isn't it funny? Every time I see a YouTube feminist bitching and moaning about the patriarchy, I think, God's made the internet. God's made the internet.
Yeah. It's just but the thing is, the patriarchy isn't just like men making stuff. It's like the system of values, as far as I can tell anyway. But it's like the system of values that they use, and everything they think is good, it does come from the patriarchy. Even if it's not like democratic, it would still be patriarchal.
That's right. But there's patriarchal, then there's fucking patriarchal, like Pakistan patriarchal. That's a patriarch.
That's one of the reasons that they don't talk about Islam, isn't it? Because it's an actual legitimate patriarchy that is legitimately misogynistic, and they would have a lot of work ahead of them.
It's ironic, isn't it? The places in the world where feminism is actually needed. They need some fiery bitches to go in and fight for women's rights. They genuinely need it. It's not happening.
Of course not.
No one gives a fuck about it.
Of course not, because the thing is, to put their money where their mouth is would be really, really scary. They would have to go over to a country that literally does oppress women. As women, they'd have to go there, and then they would have to physically fight their oppressors. I mean, a friend of mine lived out in Saudi. He was like telling me about the police of vice and virtue, and how there's just, I mean, I wouldn't rebel against them, And so are they
the cops who check their burqas and all that?
Yeah, they'll if a woman's out without a male escort, they'll take her home, and it's just like at gunpoint. And so it's these people are not messing around. They will beat you if you are out doing things you shouldn't be doing, which may well involve walking around with a woman, who isn't your wife. Like these people are fucking, actual patriarchies are a lot of fucking work.
They're actually oppressive. They're actually brutal.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking imagine, surely Big Red would get through fucking 14 or 15 of them before they killed her, though. Like, fucking send her over, for fuck's sake. Have some balls.
She'd start mouthing off at them, and then they would backhand her, and that would be the end of Big Red's YouTube career. It's fucking they wouldn't put up with any of this nonsense, They just go, you do this, you do that, blah blah, and they go, yes, bam, end of story.
What's your take on that fucking that Muslim that did the video about drinking his dad's cum?
Oh,
you see his latest video, the one that I think Creationist Cat did a critique of it. It was fucking hilarious. Where he comes back as the Islam Terminator.
I actually haven't seen it, but yeah, I mean he's pretty ridiculous, obviously. But that's the reason that he was featured alongside Big Red by Sci-10, isn't it?
So who did that for you? Is that's one of your subscribers?
Oh no, it's this guy called Sci-10 Atheist. He runs a YouTube channel, and I really liked his channel, but it only had like 20,000 subscribers or 19,000 subscribers, something like that. And I wanted him to get a bit more coverage, so I was like, mate, do me a bit of original content I can put on my channel and then link back to yours. And he was like, yeah, okay, well, I just happen to have this video, have this. I didn't have anything to do with it. And then the Cologne attacks happened, and then suddenly it had something to do with it. So I put it up. It was, yeah.
Fucking hell. That was nice. Did you get many subscribers after that? I'm just trying to do my budget for next week.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was just funny.
So where to next for you, Stargon? Are you going to start another channel or just keep taking the piss out of people?
Oh, man, I don't even know. Why am I being interviewed so hard?
Because that's just my dominant personality shining through, Stargon. I'm just that kind of guy.
I don't know what to ask you because you're fucking avoiding any questions that I ask you. So it's like, okay.
No, I'm not. No, ask me a question. Go on. I don't know.
Well, okay. Whereabouts in Australia do you live?
I live in Melbourne. I live down near the Mornington Peninsula.
Isn't it pronounced Melbourne?
Melbourne.
What is wrong with Australians? Why can't you pronounce things correctly?
Fuck off. You can't pronounce things.
So what do you do?
I live in Melbourne. Always lived here. I went to England 2 or 3 years ago. That was fun. I really like England.
Really, where'd you go? Whereabouts in England?
I flew into Manchester. It was during a heat wave that you had. You had like 2 or 3 weeks of 30 degrees, 35 degrees. It was fucking hot. Like I got off the plane in 2 pairs of tracksuit pants and 4 jumpers, thinking it was going to be a blizzard because I just.
Yeah, we've had some funny weather here recently. It's been a lot warmer here than it has been on the continent at times. And I went skiing the other day, and it was actually a lot colder in England than it was at the top of this fucking mountain covered in snow. So really? I have no fucking idea what's going on with the weather here at the moment.
But I went up to Lancaster and like just a few little villages and that in between we stayed at, and then came down to London, and then went probably an hour south of London and stayed for a while.
So did you have plenty of pub lunches?
Yeah. The first place we stayed, the publican was an Aussie, which was quite funny. He wore those stubby shorts that just go below your squat sort of thing. Yeah. And he comes up and tries to start a conversation with me. He puts his foot on the fucking bench, one of his nuts. So you're a fucking Australian, mate. Fuck off, cunt. I fucking came here to hear some English people.
It's all right. I went over to fucking Andorra, and the first place we went was a fucking Irish bar, and I was like, oh, fucking...
Where was that?
Andorra, this tiny, nation in the Pyrenees.
You went to an Irish bar?
Yeah, we went to a fucking Irish bar at the top of this fucking mountain. It's like, why? Why? We've come, across the fucking channel, we've come all the way here, and now we're going to go to an Irish bar. We could have pressed Irish people back home. For the love of God. We don't need to come all the way across the world to fucking do this. But yeah, I don't even know where the fuck we end up in an Irish bar. It's like you could go anywhere and do anything, and now I'm eating a fry up. I like a fry up, but I can get these where I come from. But to be fair, at least I can get a good cup of tea. So yeah,
some sort of local food and some sort of local bong or some pipe that I can smoke that's custom do weird shit.
Why is someone in the chat saying "Je suis Cenk"? What has Cenk gone on some sort of have ISIS
Chunk from fucking Young Turks?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Fucks dude.
I would love for them to be the reason for Je suis Cenk to exist.
I did a video of it.
I'm a fat, insufferable twat.
I did one about when they were fucking on about Bill Cosby, and Anna and Cenk are sitting there going, "Oh fucking of course he did it. There's no way he's innocent." That fucking pissed me off because he hadn't been charged or convicted over anything.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying a heap of people sort of get the wrong idea and attack you in the comments saying, you fucking rape apologist, you're disgusting, 35. That's not my fucking point. I'm not saying you didn't do it. I'm saying give the cunt fucking, due process.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you don't know, therefore you can't fucking make that judgment.
But anyway, at the end of it, I encouraged everyone to write Cenk raped me in the chat because I wanted to see how many people were willing to say Cenk raped me, so we could throw his 35 number back. And I think we got 40 people that said Cenk raped me within
only 40 people. Minutes. That's terrible.
No. Within the first fucking 30, 40 minutes, go there now, it's probably 10,000. It's a pisser.
Well, that's all right then. Because Christ, I was going to say, if only 30 people said that Cenk raped them, we're never going to get.
No. There were some weird and wonderful fucking variations to Cenk raping you with a cucumber. Some guy wrote, Cenk is inside me right now without my consent. That was a good one.
So one of the things that I think people were complaining about, not necessarily Cenk, but Anna, wasn't it? How didn't she after being like a fairly voice of reason in one of the things, she then went on to completely backtrack, didn't she? And then went full fucking like progressive nonsense on the migrants.
Oh, on the migrant, I'm not sure. I haven't followed much of their stuff on the migrants.
It's as fucking nonsense as you could imagine.
I'll tell you what was funny when Cenk had that big blow up about that San Bernardino shooting, whatever it was, where he fucking went apeshit when he thought it was a white guy, and then when it was a Muslim, he's like, "Oh, well, it happens." Yeah.
Well, what did he say? What did he say?
Oh, it was ages ago that I watched it. But when that shooting happened, he's gone fucking spastic about how the NRA is killing America and it'll be your neighborhood, and he's screaming down the fucking camera. And then it came out like
I saw that.
Yeah. And when he knew it was a Muslim, it was like, oh, well, not all Muslims are violent. Fucking wanker.
Oh, Cenk, it was almost so true, mate. It was almost so true.
But they have turned into the biggest fucking hypocrites. Like I will admit it. A few years ago, I watched the Young Turks. I actually thought they were.
Everyone fucking did because they were kind of like counter mainstream. They were alternative. Yeah. They were not afraid to say things that the mainstream media weren't saying, and then suddenly they became like the progressive Fox News, and it's like, okay, but now you're talking shit. Why are you talking shit? You used to be good. Stop it.
It's an amazing spin around, isn't it? I find that I'm taking Fox News a bit more credibly than the fucking Young Turks. Isn't that amazing?
Man, it's the disappointment. Well, you know what? The trick for things like Fox News and Russia Today, right? They've really lucked into the fact that they can just tell the truth now, and they don't have to put any kind of spin on it, and it will be.
I'll again admit, to me, they used to be a bit evil. Like you don't take them seriously. That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, of course, but that's exactly the thing. I mean, like with Russia Today, all they used to do is, obviously they used to be full of shit, and they probably still are full of shit. But Russia Today scored a bunch of like big media wins against the Americans by just reporting accurately on what America was doing, and Fox News do the same about things that the Young Turks and the progressives don't want to talk about. They don't. I mean, there are obviously people on Fox News who put a lot of spin on shit, obviously, but then you get the odd news report that's just a bit of factual reporting, and it's just one of those things that the opposition aren't going to report that because it destroys their fucking narrative. And Fox News can just report it without any fucking spin and actually, win a little fucking bit of a political victory there.
Yeah, be the bigger men, yeah.
Yeah, but it's their own fucking fault for allowing this to be true. That like for denying reality, they're like, okay, well, we're not going to report it, or we're just going to pretend it didn't happen. Blah blah. We're going to lie about it. In other cases, and Fox News just reports honestly, and suddenly Fox News is in the right.
Well, what about that rape that happened in Russia or Germany, and the Russians were saying, "Yep, nope, happened. This happened," and the Germans were saying, "No, never happened." I don't know much.
I actually don't know. Apparently, I only know what the German media said. So I don't know how true any of this is. But apparently, she turned around and admitted that she was lying.
Really?
Yeah, to get out of being punished from skipping school or something. Now, I mean, I don't know how true that is.
Hang on, is there a video of her saying this?
Well, that's the thing. I haven't seen a video of her saying this. I'm not saying there isn't one, though. I'm just saying I haven't seen it. So, yeah, I don't know, but I'm happy to... I'll just, it's over and done with, so I don't know whether it was true or not. But I'd be interested to know if anyone actually does know.
How about did you watch V's video this morning about the 10-year-old boy in Vienna that got raped by the Iraqi migrant?
Yeah, I saw it. I covered it in This Week in Stupid, I think.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Well, yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The guy's having a sexual emergency, I guess.
But what made it for me a bit more sort of probably a lot more creepy, weirdly, is the fact that he was fucking doing dives off the diving board after it.
Yeah,
that's just fucking. That's chilling, isn't it? That's fucked up.
Yeah, no remorse, man. No fucking guilt either, from the sounds of it.
But yeah, like surely he would have thought, or you would expect that he would have thought, I'm going to get in trouble by the police, I better go away. Do they really believe that this is acceptable? Like that's chilling, really chilling.
Well, I mean, he did say that he knew it was wrong and stuff, but just
not wrong enough to fuck off.
Yeah, just not try and run away or cover his tracks or something. It's just like, I mean, I can only assume that he was on the diving board because he didn't realize he was going to get in trouble or something. I mean,
yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's precisely what I mean. Just better said. Like, it's how did he not have the need or the inclination to go, well, I better fuck off now. I just raped someone. And it makes a question how many of these migrants are like this.
Yeah, I mean, well, we don't know is the answer.
No, we don't. But it fucking makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's worrying, man. This is why I'm so insistent on treating the migrant crisis as like a subject where it's kind of let's all be adults about it, because like I said, I want to be able to talk honestly and accurately about what's happening. I really do. I really think it's important, because the media is not going to do a good job. They're going to deliberately bury stuff. They're going to deliberately omit stuff. They're going to deliberately not talk about stuff, and they're going to take any chance they can to stop other people from talking about things that they don't want to hear.
So, are they seriously doing that? Like the BBC, are they not talking about it or talking?
Yeah, luckily, because this happened in Cologne, we're not having so much of a problem with it being reported on here. It's not being pushed as a big deal. It was something that was very just it was reported on, but then it wasn't like front page news sort of thing here. But in Germany, they absolutely did. There was about 5 days before any mainstream media reported on it, and the police did anything about it. The police.
See, maybe it's a geography thing. I look at Germany on the map, and then England. It's just there. It's like something happening in Sydney. Well, of course, it'd be a big deal in Melbourne if it was happened in Sydney, but our cities are further apart, aren't they?
Well, yeah, but it's same country, isn't it? So you'd think it'd be, but yeah, no. I think there was an active cover-up, or even if it wasn't necessarily an active cover-up, it was at least a conspiracy of silence where everyone was like, "Look, it's just better not to talk about it," and they had to talk about it because it kept coming up on social media. And
what's Merkel's deal? When does she get? When's her term up?
I have no idea, but I would be surprised if she gets elected again. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, no shit! As if she'd get elected again. The Germans can't do that.
There might be Germanists or something. I don't know how the German system works, but I mean, her popularity has been dropping quite a lot. So,
fuck, that was a funny video where she took the flag off her minister and shook her head.
It's just embarrassing, isn't it? You're like, why have we elected someone who hates our country?
It's disgusting. I would be disgusted by it if it was our prime minister.
Yeah, man. I would be. I mean, I tell you what, I don't like the Conservatives at all, but at least they're quite patriotic.
Kind of what you want in fucking politicians, isn't that?
Yeah, exactly. The one redeeming quality the Conservatives have is that they're kind of patriotic, and it's like, okay, fine. I don't like them for any other reason, but fine.
Well, are you old enough to remember remember much about the Margaret Thatcher days?
I mean, I remember when she was in power. I was a kid. That's the thing. I remember John Major more clearly.
Was John Major after her?
Yeah, John Major after her. She left office after, I don't know, was it the poll tax riots or something like that? I can't remember the reason she left the office, but the Conservative Party carried on and John Major was Prime Minister until 97.
Right. Oh, so the same party stayed in, just changed leader.
Yeah. She resigned as leader, I think. Yeah, no, I mean, this is another thing as well. Like, you know, I don't necessarily agree with everything she did or anything like that, or anything she did really. But one of the things about the fucking shutting down the mines, man, is that they were losing money. They were going to shut down either way, and so she just like didn't bother giving them any life support. And all I hear from people in the north is, and don't get me wrong, I am sympathetic. They were like, well, she lacked compassion doing it. You know, she didn't help anyone. She just closed them, and then everyone was unemployed. Blah blah. It's like, yeah, okay, that's true. But I mean, you're not contesting that it needed to be done. You know,
that's a bad thing for the families. No one wants to see that. But I mean, to me, surely it would be better to see the leader have a backbone. You know, even if it meant doing something that wasn't popular and saying, "Get fucked, we're doing it anyway." Like, imagine having Justin Trudeau or whatever the fuck his name is as your prime minister. I'd be worried. He's just a wimp. He's a fucking wimp. He just bend over for anyone that wants to make a point. Don't you reckon?
Well, probably. I don't really know that much about Trudeau, to be honest. I just think him going, well,
just the fact that he's done that fucking, equal genders in the cabinet. Like, what a fucking cockhead! Like, you choose the best person for the job. Simple as that. Simple as that. You know, Goodfellas says it well. You know, just choose the best person for the job.
You should absolutely choose the best person for the fucking job. You know,
and if that means 80% females, then 80% females. But you choose the best people for the job at the time that are available. Surely,
absolutely, gender shouldn't be a factor. Like, I wouldn't want race to be a factor either. You know, and you're right. You know, it could entirely, turn out that 80% of the cabinet is female. Who cares as long as they're good at what they're doing?
They're the best at what they're doing. That's the whole point. You know? It's like this. It's kind of similar thinking to. Did you see that Francesca Ramsey did the video about the Oscars, saying there's not enough. There's got to be more diversity in the Oscars. Fuck off. That's got to be the best person for that Oscar category. The best director in the world gets best director in the world.
It's the same problem they have with what is it? Fucking art galleries. Where if you look at art galleries, something like 90% of art in art galleries is been done by men, and SJWs hate it, as you can imagine. Of course, they hate it.
But hasn't 90% of art been done by men?
Probably not. But 90% of gallery-worthy art has been done by men.
Fucking misogynist.
Honestly, I think that's what it is, and they are literally going, well, this is misogynistic and oppressive to women. You should have a quota in your gallery, sort of thing. It's like, yeah, but you can't have a quota for art. If it's not good art, then it's not worthy of being in a gallery. And if it's not worthy of being in a gallery, it doesn't matter what their genitals or race is, does it?
And I might be simple, but I don't go, oh, I wonder who drew this fucking picture I'm looking at. I just go, is this a good fucking picture? That's all. I couldn't give a fuck who did it.
Well, are you sure? You should probably go through your music collection and your book collection, because I'm gonna fucking tell your missus, look at this. It's all male authors, all male musicians.
Fucking oath it is.
You're just like Steve Shives. You're a fucking sexist. You're just like Steve Shives.
But the difference is, I tell my missus to go get fucked. She goes, no, fair enough.
Can you imagine being judged on on the authors of your entertainment? Being like,
well, having a fucking quota for your music. Who would you get? Would you get a whole album, Sargon? Did you listen to the whole?
Man, it's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life, and she's doing it seriously, and he is engaging it seriously. Like, it's like, well, I accept this, and it's like, just tell her to fuck off, man.
How did he get so big? How did that happen?
What? How did he get 50,000 subscribers?
Oh, is that all he's got? I thought he was bigger than that.
No, he was, but he's lost a load.
How many did he have? How big was he?
I think he had about 60,000, something like that, at the top. But about 60,000, something like that.
But he wasn't Sargon big.
No, I don't think he was that big. But it's just bizarre that if you look at the metrics for his channel, he on a good day he'll gain 10 subscribers, but on a bad day he'll lose 16 subscribers. So
that'd be interesting. I'm going to social blade him. That would be
I literally just looked him up. I mean, like, he had more subscribers than he does now at the beginning of the week. So I mean,
So he's lost some, or
yeah, he's lost some. At the beginning of, I mean, last Sunday he had 53,989, and today he has 53,977.
Well, surely that if he doesn't listen to you, if he doesn't listen to anyone, surely he'd listen to his numbers.
You would think.
Surely he must look at him and go, people think I'm a bit of a cockhead.
Honestly, you would think so, wouldn't you? It's been this sort of like consistent downswing since like last year. Oh no, the year before last. Sorry, when I guess when he really came out like social justice. I don't know, but like,
did he have a time? So he wasn't always like this. Did he come out really SJW? Did he?
I think he's probably always been fairly SJW, but I don't think he really talked about it all that much.
Well, so what did he used to do? Fucking Buffy reviews or something?
But no, he's not Melissa Click. He's. No,
what did he used to do? What was his channel used to be there?
No, he's an atheist. So he did like he does his little atheist read series, and everyone loved it, you know. And it's a genuinely decent series. And then he decided to abandon fucking skepticism altogether and just go full.
So did he read the Bible or something? Or?
Yeah. Oh, he'd read like apologetics and stuff like that, you know.
Oh, right.
But no, it wasn't bad, you know. He was good at what he was doing, and so that's why people subscribed to him. And then he was like, "Hey, we should all be feminists." And everyone was like, "Shut up, Steve." You know, just shut up.
Has he always done the fucking the side on head fucking that angle, that profile?
Yeah, I don't. Why he feels the need to keep looking between cameras as well is baffling to me.
Oh, he does too, doesn't he?
He does it all the time. Like, Steve, you could just do it on one camera. You don't have a studio.
Yeah, I think we're meant to believe there's like a film crew there filming. I think that's probably what it's about.
I do think that is what he's trying to kind of get across. And it's like, yeah, no.
Would Lacey Green have a film? She'd have a film crew, wouldn't she?
Maybe. I don't know. I watched a video of hers when she was like on holiday or something. She was doing this video while on holiday, and it was just her talking to a camera. So maybe not. I think she probably did some sort of fucking, you know, course in college or something, and you know, so she knows how to do video stuff.
Oh yeah. Has I haven't been like even watching YouTube for long. Has she been big for ages, or when did she come up?
Well, Lacey Green, she's been doing it for ages, man. Yeah, no, literally years. I check actually. I can't remember. I mean, she was a popular YouTuber when I first started my channel.
Right. Yeah, she shits me a little.
Interestingly, I'm looking at Lacey Green's. See, this is not really for people listening now. This is just us talking as people on YouTube, because this fucking Social Blade website it's fucking awful, man. It's so good at giving you every metric you'll ever need that you find yourself looking at it as if it's a competition, and it's bullshit. It's, you know, it actively takes away from, like, you know,
the mystique.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And so I shouldn't, but yeah, Lacey Green, she's actually not got a very good rating on this thing. She actually doesn't do very well. But I'm gonna close this down because it's not good to look at. And you know, you start worrying about the numbers more than you really do. I'm not doing it.
It's pretty interesting. I social bladed fucking Thunderfoot, I think, last week. He's doing all right.
Yeah, he's doing all right. He's not doing bad.
So what's the next video? What's the next like, other than This Week in Stupid? What's on the agenda? What are you pissed off about?
Well,
I'm interviewing you again, man. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's all right, man. I don't have any questions for you, to be honest.
Oh, fuck you. Fine.
Yeah, you can go for it. I don't know. I'm going to do a thing about Roosh. I don't want to do a thing about Roosh. I really don't. I'm sick of hearing about Roosh. I just don't care. He's such a nobody. It's like feminists don't seem to realize that if they didn't fucking do anything, he would probably talk to about 10 people. You know, he would go and have a little conversation with 10 people, and they'd be like, yeah, that's so true. And then they'd leave their little fucking echo chamber, and everyone would be like, no, that's stupid, fuck off.
Did you see Arlen Skeptic's video today? That was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And literally, I saw that video ages ago where he's like, you know, go and hide behind a fucking wall in a bar and then jump out at the women. It's like, oh, shut up, Bruce. You're a fucking idiot.
Smooth.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and then, just no. And this whole neo-masculinity thing, it's like, it's like just, it's kind of like SJWs, it's being obsessed with women and their sexuality again, you know? It's this weird obsession that they focus their entire lives around doing things for women and doing, you know, and trying to like take advantage of women, all this sort of stuff. And it's just like, A, it's kind of grim, but B, I just don't care enough. You know, I just don't care enough to want to.
Something tells me Bruce Lee would have been fucking awkward as all shit, like up until 2023 or something. He just would never have spoken to a girl, and this is his strategy to be, you know, to break through it and to fucking be a man's man. You know, like he's got to.
Yeah, exactly. But like some of the chat's got it exactly right. He's a prick, but he's not Satan. You know, and that's he's a prick, sure. You know, he's slimy, he's gross, and I'm you know, I don't subscribe to almost anything that he says. But he's really not like, you know, some terrible supervillain, or, you know, he's got, like he says, right? Nobody's accused him of rape, and that's true. Nobody, as far as I can tell, has accused Roosh of rape, you know? And therefore, there is nothing, you know, he's not been accused of anything, he's not been convicted of anything, he's not done anything wrong. He just has some shit ideas, and he's just kind of grim. You know, and that's it.
He's a dickhead. Who gives a fuck about him? Just don't. Why is he a thing?
Exactly. Yeah. And like, you know, it's a small number of people who actually give a fuck about what he says, and they're really, really, really widely dispersed around the world, which is why he has to do a world tour. You know, like, they're not concentrated. They're literally people who are just really bad with women, and it's just, you know, I just don't see the point. But they go fucking nuts, and like literally, he's turning into like the Zoe Quinn of the manosphere. You know, he's turning fucking you know, they're sending him terrible death threats. And the thing is, these people probably are actually sending him death threats. You know, they probably are actually sending him this, that, and the other. Whereas, you know, with Zoe Quinn, who fucking knows? But they're turning into the Zoe Quinn of the manosphere, and it's just, I can't be fucked with it. I just don't care. You know,
and if he is that bad, like I've heard you say it a million times, if he is that fucking bad, let him do his thing and shine a massive spotlight on him.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ban him.
Of course, but even then, he's not. You know, it's just nonsense. It's just bollocks. It's just attention-seeking crap, and I'm really tired of it. It's just fucking internet drama, and it's pointless.
It is, but you do it well though. It gives us something to fucking laugh at, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll go through basically a bunch of the things that Roosh has said. I'll go through a bunch of things that they've said. Oh, it's just gonna be stupid. But I've got another one that I'm going to do about the election fraud in Iowa. There's been
election fraud in Iowa. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah, there's been quite a lot of shit going on with that, and it's I think it's worth talking about. I think it's worth going through, because there might actually be something to it.
So what's the 6-word gist?
Basically, it looks like there may have been some election fraud in Iowa, but not to the extent that I think people think there was. But there probably was something that happened.
What, like in vote counting, or in
in the actual vote counting? Yeah, there have been accusations of like electronic vote tampering as well. I'm actually not sure about that, but I'll look into it before I do the video.
Of course you will. You'll fucking buy a book about it.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I'm going to have to shake a tail, Sargon. I've got work tomorrow, and it's fucking 1 o'clock here. You keep me up. Mate, thanks for having me on. It's been a real pleasure, eh?
Honestly, well, it's been nice having you on, man. I don't know why I'm the one fucking answering all the questions, but fuck it.
Well, because I've just got such a charming, fucking intoxicating personality, Sargon. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's something like that. It's more.
No, it's been a real pleasure, man. Fucking thanks.
Well, I'll get you on again, man. You know, we'll occasionally I do things where I'm like on Skype instead of the Hangout, and then we can watch like videos and just mock them as we go through them and shit like that, man.
Mate, I'll be in that for sure.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it, man. But
good on you, mate.
Yeah, take it easy, and see you later, everyone.